Well, it's the final game of the night, but these fans got plenty of energy. We are back in Drury University for the nightcap, the final game of our opening day here at Nationals. And it's a doozy of a ball game. The Pool B 1 and 2 seeds, Tennessee Heat versus the San Antonio Patriots. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined alongside Jeremy Caldwell. And if you're joining us in a hotel here in Springfield or driving around the city or anywhere else, San Antonio, Texas, Tennessee, Nashville area, we're so glad that you're with us. And San Antonio immediately wins the tip. Sensano kicks it out top to Shot. And just as a clarification, as the clock had not started, just want to give the heads up that the winner of this game is automatically the winner of Pool B, as both these teams are 1-0 in the pool. So no confusing tiebreakers on this one. The flat-out winner wins the pool.
They forgot to start the clock, and then they forgot to turn it off. And here at homeschool basketball, you have volunteers. Most of the time, it's usually parents running the scoreboard, so you can understand sometimes.
And that was a nice feed from Ben Groth to Carson Dismang. And that was the connection that put them over the top in their last game. I expect to see a lot of that as Sensano feeds it down low. Babcock with the second opportunity, it puts it up and in, and one.
Number 12.
And that was on Dismang, his first.
Yeah, Babcock is has a lot of length down there in the middle, and going to see how that affects the Tennessee Heat here.
And he is a very versatile player as well. We mentioned in their earlier game that he's the defending slam dunk champion that you'll see again this Friday evening. And he also was participating in the three-point contest yesterday at BBC.
Missed shot by Tyler Heat there.
That time, the ball was tipped around before it ends up in the hands of Heat. And we've got a foul called on Shot going the other way.
You like to see this early on in the game, that, you know, the players diving on the floor for loose balls, knowing that if you win this game, you get to sleep in the morning and rest a little bit.
We've been explaining it all day, but just because we never know if we've got new viewers, we just want to clarify that the loser of this game becomes the 2 seed of Pool B, and they would play the 3 seed in a play-in game, the 3 seed of another pool tomorrow morning as a play-in game to make it to the Sweet 16. And like Jeremy mentioned, the winner gets to sit back and relax. They've only got one afternoon-evening game tomorrow as the Sweet 16 representative.
Yeah, the loser of this game will play the 11-20 game, and they will play against the CHSA Wolverines.
So if that is San Antonio, then that's 2 Big South teams matching up. But again, when you're here at Nationals, you play the games that are in front of you. Nice feed to Dismang. And so even though they've played already in the Big South, then you go ahead and at this point, it's the last week, you just play the games that you have. And Sensano flips it up and in. His first basket.
Both teams playing a little fast-paced, up-tempo.
And that time shot, if you will, was swatted out of bounds, but not before he was whistled for a traveling violation.
Yeah, it was a good steal, but he really didn't have the numbers there to take it all the way to the hole on the weak side.
This time Dismang working against Babcock. Good job by Babcock as the defender. That time the ball is ripped away. Thatcher Bond coming the other way. He decides to take it all the way, and a kind of an offensive foul called on Bond. That's his first. Good job by Sensano getting set, taking that charge in the chest.
I believe that's the coach's son, Joe Bond.
Sansano, speaking of coach's sons, he hits the step back jumper. Extend the lead 7-4 for the Patriots. That time, Dismang tipped it away from his own teammate. Now shot the other way. Sansano's feeling it. No good that time. Shot, offensive rebound. These guys in there. He's going to take the baseline jumper and roll it in. Strong start for San Antonio.
Yeah, they take an early 9-4 lead.
And Coffey, the senior, is urging his team to settle down. He's telling them we're okay. And that ball is also tipped and stolen away. And that is going to be dunked, if you will, by Micah Kidney. And we're going to have a traveling violation. So things not going the way of Tennessee right now. They're going to take a timeout to talk about it as they are down quickly, 11-4 deficit. I don't know if San Antonio knows that it's a timeout.
I don't think they do. The coaches are telling them now.
So Jeremy, early on, we've seen a lot of energy and hustle plays from San Antonio. What kind of adjustments can Tennessee make to find themselves back in this game?
They just got to settle down a little bit, run their offense. You know, they got to make crisper passes. They turned the ball over a few times here, and they just look like they're playing a little bit faster than they need to. Down 11-4 here early in the first quarter. The one thing that the San Antonio Patriots like to do is both of their guards, Sansano and Schott, they like to get steals and run out, and they're a fast-paced, up-tempo ball team. And if you're Tennessee Heat, you like to play fast-paced as well, but only if it's there when you get a rebound and a run-out. But if you don't have the run-out, you need to slow it down. And they were patient in their offense of moving the ball and making, you know, good passes. But they haven't done that here start of this game. I'd imagine they'd settle in here in a second. They just can't let this deficit get too much before they do.
On the drive, that one is up and good for Kidney. And Patriots just clinical on their offense so far. They lead 13-4.
Yeah, San Antonio is a very, very disciplined team.
Nice up and under move from Dismang. He's got all 6 points for Heat so far.
Yeah, he's the big man in the middle.
And that time, that ball's ripped away. They're going to call a jump ball,
which is going to stay with San Antonio.
So Coffey was headed the other way, but the ref, I believe, made the correct call. The jump ball happened before the run out. On the inbounds, Kidney up top. Three-pointer on the way, and no good. A rare miss as Jonathan Smith couldn't put it in. And then they find Dismang on the other end, a little too strong.
Yeah, not too often you're going to see him miss that close to the basket, uncontested.
Growth, good job on defense. Cutting Kidney is going to be blocked out of bounds by Dismang.
Yeah, good defense there, defensive help as Kidney got by his guy at the top of the key. But when you got a big man in the post like that can cover some area, you can afford to play a little bit more aggressive up top.
On the inbounds. Backdoor cut is going to be up and one for Kidney.
Kidney's having himself a good first quarter here.
He is. He's got 6 with an opportunity for 7.
That foul's going to be on Ben Growth.
Free throw no good. Quickly back the other way. And that shot's going to be denied by Garrett Babcock. And he's going to take the baseline jumper. Excuse me, that's not Babcock. That is Jonathan Smith. He gets on the board. 5 different Patriots have scored, and they now have a double-digit lead, 17-6 over the number 1 seed in the pool. Corner 3, that's a big response as
Cooper McSpadden there.
Cooper McSpadden knocks in the triple, the first person to score outside of Dismayne.
Yeah, they needed that because they were San Antonio was running on a little run.
And good defense as Groth and Dismayne were able to trap Kidney.
It's going to be Jonathan Babcock in for Garrett Babcock. And Dismayne coming out of the game to get a breather. That might open it up a little bit in the paint as Babcock comes into the game.
And Groth is going to be fouled on the drive. He'll be shooting 2.
It's going to be on 15.
That's Sansano.
Or 14. 14, I'm sorry.
Micah Kidney.
Yeah.
Either way, it's their first. First free throw up, and that is good for Groth.
See if that'll get Ben Groth going. You know, sometimes when you're struggling offensively and you get to the free throw line, see it go down, that kind of gets you going.
Connects on both.
Let's see if San Antonio is patient enough to run their offense. 6-point lead here, up 17-11.
Sansano, tough falling fadeaway. No go that time. Quickly back the other way is A.J. Fortson in the corner. Flip back to Fortson. Thought about it. This time will take the 3. No good.
That was a good defense there by number 1, Jonathan Smith, not to leave his feet and allow the penetrator, and kept him at bay in the 3-point corner and forced him to basically kind of shoot that.
Sansano takes a step back 3-pointer. No good that time. Heat now coming the other way. They've got numbers in the corner. That 3-pointer on the way, and that is good by McSpadden. His second consecutive triple.
Both from the same spot in the left corner.
And it's back to a 1-possession game. This was 11 points just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Tennessee Heat looks like they've kind of settled in a little bit. And
they're currently on an 8-0 run as Kidney has the ball knocked away.
Yeah, Groth with the tip out.
That 3-point attempt is up, and that is good. My goodness, they came in a flurry as Coffey knocks down the triple, and it's a tie ball game just like that, 11-0 run.
40 seconds left.
And now you can see the Heat players playing with so much more energy on defense.
Yeah.
That ball nearly knocked away from Babcock. Sansano on the drive. He's bumped and he's going to be fouled. Looks like they're going to give it to Groth.
They're going to call a blocking foul. I believe that's going to be on number. Yep, that's going to be Ben Groth. That's his second. So Sansano is going to go to the free throw line for the first time here, shooting 2.
And he connects on the first.
That stops the run that Tennessee Heat went on, and I think they did most of that run while Dismayne was on the bench.
And Groth wisely is going to take a seat with 25 seconds left. The last thing you'd want him to do is pick up a silly third foul before the second quarter.
Right.
20 seconds to go in the opening period of play. San Antonio leads again 19-17, but this was an 11-point game just a few minutes ago.
10 seconds and counting. You like to try to get in your offense at about 9 to 10 seconds, but
3-pointer no good, and that's going to do it after 1 quarter of play as the 1-seed Tennessee Heat trail by just 2 to the number 2-seed Patriots. 19-17 San Antonio. Second quarter action after this. And we are back in Drury University at the O'Reilly Family Center. Second quarter underway. Just like they started the game, they get the ball to Dismang, but too strong off the backboard that time. Now Patriots come back, looking to extend the lead.
Good spin move by Jonathan Babcock there. He backed Dismang down and did a baseline spin move and got a little floater over him.
We've had a little bit of battle of the bigs here between Dismang and Babcock. Heat beyond the three-point line is what got them back into it. We'll see how they try to cut back into it as Sensano shiftily comes behind the offense and steals it and lays it in.
Yeah, we've seen throughout the day today quite a few of these teams playing here in D1. Quite a few of them have bigs, and that kind of helps your team when you got a big or two that you can depend on.
Three-pointer on the way. Coffee can't get it to roll. Ball's batted around. Ends up in the hands of Kidney. Ultimately Sensano on the run out. On the drive, the quick guard goes and lays it in. He's in double figures now. He's got 10.
Great hesitation move at the three-point line to slow the defender and get him off balance and then blow right by him.
And just like that, it's back to 8. Heat really trying to get growth checked back in the game, but there just hasn't been a stoppage in play yet.
Yeah, you got to see if you can try to get McSpadden with another three in the corner. He's hit a couple of them already.
Dismang working against Babcock. No good. This time Sensano on the drive again, just rolls off the rim. Three-pointer on the way, and that is good. Thatcher Bond gets on the board for the first time, and that's a big-time triple for Heat, as instead of it going double digits, they cut it down to 5.
Yeah, it's a missed layup there by Sensano on the offensive side, and then they give up a three to Thatcher Bond. So that's a 5-point swing.
Babcock spun straight into the defense, as that time McSpadden was waiting for him. Now McSpadden takes the three, no good.
Good strong rebound there by number 11, Sam Yin.
Out top, Babcock can hit that shot. Instead, he drives and lays it in. Nice move by Jonathan Babcock.
Yeah, the two bigs have been battling back and forth. Babcock looks to his coach.
On the drive, the shot was blocked by Babcock, but I believe the foul is going to be called
Before
on
that.
Jonathan Smith. And
Yep.
it is, that's his first. But that is going to send Coffee to the free throw line shooting 2. First one is good. And Groth finally gets to check in. He went to the scores table about 3 minutes ago.
Right. There's not a lot of fouls have been called in this game. You know, with the up-tempo pace about both teams playing, it's been pretty clean for the most part. But both teams shooting a kind of a high percentage. Going to be a timeout called by San Antonio. Let's see if that's going to be a full. That's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take a full timeout with them. We'll be back after the break.
4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this first half. Patriots have reopened a 6-point advantage over the Tennessee Heat.
Sensano has done a really good job of running the offense here for the Patriots.
That time he airmails a three-pointer a little too strong. Quickly back the other way. Growth. Step back three-pointer, no good. But an offensive rebound is controlled. Nice pass out to Coffee in the corner. No good. Dismang is able to tip it back to Fortson. And it looks like they'll reset. Coffee working against Sensano. And he stepped on the line.
Sensano has really good basketball IQ. He reads the defense really well.
That
Good
time
finish.
the shot is dropped in by Kidney.
He had 6 quick points early in the first quarter. After that bucket gives them 8, and that gives them an 8-point lead.
Coffee in the corner. That three-pointer is good for McSpadden, and that's his 3rd triple of the half.
So Tennessee Heat has hit 5 threes so far in this game.
Good look underneath as Sensano gets it over to Jonathan Smith.
That was a good quick shot by Jonathan Smith, knowing he had the size disadvantage with Disbane, but he caught it, quickly turned around and shot it right over him. Didn't give him enough time to get off the ground.
That three-pointer, speaking of quick.
That was a quick release by Coffee there at the top. As you had mentioned earlier, the three-point shot has kept Tennessee Heat in striking distance in this game, as they've hit 6 threes so far of their 27 points. You got to think, if you're San Antonio defensively, you're going to have to start running Tennessee off the three-point line. Looks like San Antonio is going to be content with being patient here, working the ball, making sure they get the shot they want.
A high arching shot is up and good for Kidney. He's now in double figures with 10.
Yeah, he's having a really good game, knowing that they got to focus on Sensano and Babcock.
And Growth too strong, but the offensive rebound and putback is good for Dismaying.
That's 8 points for Carson there.
Sensano might have had that blocked, but instead we're going to have a foul that stays here. That I believe it is on McSpadden.
I believe it is. I think he went over the back of Sensano there. Sensano does a really good job of knowing where the ball's coming off of the rim to get the rebounds. He doesn't have the size advantage, but he uses his knowledge and his basketball IQ to get in the right position.
The ball nearly tipped away by Dismang. Instead, Babcock works his way into the lane, and we got a jump ball. Great job by Bond to get in on that, but the ball will stay with the Patriots.
Coach Sensano calling out the play. He wants them to run on the inbound. Had pretty good crowds here all day, as we've had boys 18U all day long.
And the Heat couldn't figure out who was going to grab that rebound. Instead, the ball gets back out to Kidney. And then 2 Patriots players end up saving it in the corner to Kidney. Sensano drives. Great defense by Dismang as he denies the shot attempt.
Yeah, good job to stay on his feet, knowing he had the size advantage over Sensano there, and just wait till he got a shot off. Ben Groth's going to come out of the game. He hasn't really been able to get going aside for those 2 free throws.
And that inbounds was stolen. Quickly back the other way is Bond. Scott Dismang down low over the top of Babcock, too strong. could not corral the rebound either, but a good look for Dismaying.
Yeah, that's the second time he's been right point blank range at the free throw at the layup line, and he just shot it a little bit hard off the glass.
San Antonio will hold for the final shot of the half. They have a 4-point advantage currently.
And we're under 15 seconds. Should go into motion. 10 seconds here. Let's see if they're going to try to get a three off.
Sensano jumper, no good. Ball's tipped around, and that's going to do it for our first half of play as the San Antonio Patriots have opened up a 33-29 lead over Tennessee Heat. Second half action and the end of our night. Back after this. Second half of action in the final game of our opening day here at Nationals 2024. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined by Jeremy Caldwell. Three-point attempt right off the bat from Bond, no good. Ball is batted around, ends up back with Fortson.
Been a good day of basketball here at Drury.
Growth banks it in from the top of the key.
Kind of shrugged his shoulders after that one, says, I'll take it. It still counts.
So a tale of a little bit of different strategies, as San Antonio has not connected on the three-pointer so far. Meanwhile, 7 for the Tennessee Heat. And
the San Antonio has the lead because of plays like that.
Primarily due to Sansano. He's got 12 now in the game. He had 10 in the first half. Nice feed down low for Dismaying, and that's going to be an and one on against Jonathan Babcock, but that's Babcock's first foul. Cannot complete the three-point play, but an offensive rebound is going to be up no good. Growth really working down there low, and if that's on Babcock again, that's his second in about 10 seconds.
Yep. It's a good rebound there by Ben Growth to get in there, as he only had 2 points in the first half, and that was 2 free throws in the first quarter. So he's come out here and scored 4 quick points.
Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, San Antonio's doing a sloppy job on the boxing out of those free throws.
A lot of extra chances.
And they only come away with the 1 point. San Antonio trying to be patient here, work the ball around. It's a tie ball game now, 35 all.
That shot is good from Schott.
That's his second shot of the game that's went down. Both of them have been mid-range from the side.
Nice looking jumper from Bond as he skies way in the air on that free throw line extended jumper.
Yeah, he has that nice, pretty left-handed form.
Three-pointer no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Garrett Babcock. A cutting kidney, no good.
Tied 37 all still. 5:25 to go here in this third quarter. Winner will advance to the Sweet 16. It's going to be the third foul on Babcock. The loser will have to play one game in the morning as a play-in game to see who advances to D1. And they will be playing the CHSA Wolverines, the loser of this game, with a chance to advance. So the winner, you get 2 benefits of winning this game, as Ben Grove takes a 3 from up top. The one benefit is you get an automatic into the Sweet 16 of the boys D1. Second is you get to sleep in and rest a little bit and only have to play one game tomorrow. So the loser, knowing you played 2 games today, is going to have to turn around and play one in the morning and one afternoon, and that's going to be 4 games in 2 days. And we've seen guys today cramping already. So we'll see how that plays out in the morning.
That's one thing about the pool play games, is it certainly tests your depth and your mettle as you have the ability to play 4 games in the first couple days. And that's Fortson who put it up and in. Lead goes back to Tennessee. And that's going to be a foul on Growth. That's his 3rd. And unfortunately, that's not the kind of fouls that, as a coach, you want your players to take.
No, just being a little too aggressive there, trying to get the steal and the run out. See if San Antonio can get a bucket here. And shot does just that, as a good drive and finish on the left side. Quick update over at Ozark is HEA Firebirds is leading the Houston Raiders 26-10. The winner of that game will advance to the Sweet 16 and not have to play an early morning game.
That 3-pointer right in front of the Heat bench was McSpadden.
That's his 4th 3 of the game, and I believe all 4 of them have been from the corner on the basketball court.
That's a kickball. Rolls all the way down the hallway.
That's a veteran timeout there, is what you call that.
Just means somebody's getting their steps in.
Right.
Let the young legs get it.
Got a substitution coming in. Jonathan Smith comes into the game, and Garrett Babcock is going to come out.
Step back, shot, no good. Good job boxing out, as every single player that could have gotten the rebound was a Heat player.
Yeah, there was a missed opportunity there by the Patriots to not send anybody in the paint to rebound the offensive shot.
Great job by Dismang to tip out that last shot attempt by Bond. Now they're posting up Growth down low. He spins into the paint, steps through, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, good footwork there to get the big man up off his feet. And that's going to be on number 14. Micah Kinney, I believe. That's his 2nd foul of the game.
Growth connects on the 1st.
So only having 2 points in the first half. He's got 5 already here in the 3rd quarter. Make it 6 after he knocks down that free throw. And that's going to lead to a timeout by Tennessee Heat. Set up their defense. It's a 5-point game. It's been pretty close all the way through. San Antonio has led most of the way, but here in the 3rd quarter, Tennessee Heat have taken the lead, as they've probably scored the most points in this quarter than they have in any other quarter in this game so far. So looks like they're starting to find a little rhythm here in the 3rd quarter, and the San Antonio Patriots are kind of struggling a little bit to find any type of rhythm.
Well, we had mentioned in the first half that the scorebook that we keep here at the table, I've got nothing but 2s across my entire San Antonio Patriots board, which is fine, right? Yes. Most of the game they've led. They've got a lot of runouts. They've got layups by Sensano. They've gotten good looks by Jonathan Babcock. And then you look on the Tennessee Heat side, and this 3rd quarter, they've really done a great job of opening things up. They're outscoring the Patriots by quite a margin. San Antonio has 6 and 15 for the Heat. So 15-6 so far in the 3rd quarter, as a 9-point advantage for the Heat in this, I guess, 5 minutes and 9 seconds that have been played so far.
Yeah, and Tennessee Heat have made 8 threes already in this game so far in the first 3 quarters. So San Antonio stayed in the game with 2-pointers.
Wow, what a tip from Babcock as he kind of swatted at the ball and it went off the backboard and in.
back to a 3-point game. If you're San Antonio here, you just got to try to get a couple stops back to back and
That
get the
ball
loose balls.
was in the hands of Dismang. Instead, shot comes the other way. And that's going to be denied by Bond. Ultimately ends up in Thatcher's hands. He slows it down.
Yeah, I believe that was kind of a forced shot by Shot.
Fortson resets, makes an even tougher shot than the one that he could have taken.
Once again, another 3 knocked down by the Tennessee Heat. That's 9 for the game.
And the big quarter for Tennessee continues. They've now opened up a 6-point advantage after being down by as much as 11 in the first quarter. And that shot is nothing but nylon for Jonathan Smith. Nice high arching shot. Both he and Micah Kidney go almost above the shot clock on these jumpers that they're taking.
Right.
That one's stolen away.
Yeah, that was not a smart pass there by McSpadden.
And then that shot was denied by Dismang. Substitutions for both teams. Again, if you're following over at Ozark, that's now a 6-point game. Raiders have made a nice little comeback as well.
And they're only in the second quarter with little under 7 minutes to go. And that's going to be a late night at Ozark.
Tough shot for San Antonio. Growth quickly the other way. That ball's tipped and stolen. Sensano's got a 1-on-3, but he's pushing the pace. Jonathan Smith.
Good little crossover there to get inside the lane to hit that floater. Back to a 2-point game. San Antonio, nice little run here.
McSpadden no good. Dismang. McSpadden will get in the corner to Coffee. No. Another offensive rebound, Dismang, but this time the crafty Sensano steals it, lays it off. Nearly stolen. A little bit of a hectic helter-skelter here the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, they're
now
going to
San
hold for
Antonio
one shot.
will reset for the final shot of the third quarter.
Under 20 seconds to go, 2-point game. San Antonio down 2, 47-45. 10 seconds to go. You want to get in your motion.
That ball's tipped and stolen away by Fortson, and a reach-in foul with 3.5 seconds left.
Not the play you want it if you're San Antonio.
Nope, especially because that sends them to the line with 3.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, it gives them the opportunity to extend this lead.
So turnover, foul, free throws, all in one motion.
Right. If you're the San Antonio coach, that is not what you want.
First free throw no good from A.J. Fortson.
And that's all. That was also the third foul on Kidney. So 3.5 seconds to go. If you miss or make, San Antonio is going to have to try to either rebound and push it up or inbound it and push it up. Makes the second one. It's going to be a quick inbound.
Sensano nearly hit the running three-pointer, but that's going to be all for the first 3 quarters of play. 8 minutes to go. And Tennessee Heat 48, San Antonio Patriots 45. Final 8 minutes of opening Monday after this. 8 more minutes to decide the winner of Pool B.
Long day for Paul and myself as we started games at 8 a.m. this morning. And here we are at 10:38, calling the last one. That's going to be a foul on number 2, A.J. Fortson, his first foul of the game. So that's going to send Jonathan Babcock to the free throw line. See if they can cut into this 3-point deficit.
Well, and the beauty of Nationals, as we've experienced over the years, Jeremy, is that not only is it long days, but you couple that with short nights.
Not much sleep in Nationals. The old motto, you sleep when you get home. And home is not the hotel.
Right. And to be fair, I don't sleep when I get home. I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, but, you know, a man can dream.
A man can dream. But we love what we do. We get to get courtside seats to all these great games here. And I think they're going to call a hand check. Yep, on Black, number 44. That's going to send McSpadden to the free throw line. Try to extend this 1-point lead Tennessee Heat have here. It's pretty quiet in this gym right now. Knocks down the first one.
Well, I think
extends the lead back to 2.
I think similar to us, these people have been traveling to gyms all across Springfield today, and they're here to support their boys in a tightly contested game, but
they're also probably ready to get into a shower and a bed.
Yeah, energy is waning, but we'll see how much energy these teams have left as we've got 7.5 minutes left in a 3-point game.
This has been closely contested throughout. Neither team can really pull away. This game, like a few others earlier, may come down to the last possession. And it may come down to who has the legs to finish.
That time Growth dishes it off to Dismaying. Sansano on the drive, kicks it out to Babcock for 3, no good.
Five-point lead for Tennessee Heat.
And a tough jumper for Thatcher Bond. He's fired up.
Yeah, he's got a really good mid-range jumper. He elevates so high with that left-hand release.
Sansano flips that one no good. Instead, it is Smith who puts it in.
Yeah, he's been in the right place a few times tonight, getting that offensive rebound and putback. That puts him at 10 points, so he gets in double figures with that. And most of them have been because he was at the right place to get that rebound.
Three-pointer on the way. McSpadden, no good. Sansano quickly back the other way. He's got a couple of trailing players, and that's going to be an and one against Growth.
I thought for sure Growth was going to put that into the stands, but Sansano always seems to find a way to get the shot off, and that's going to be the 4th foul on Ben Growth. So he's going to have to come sit for at least a minute or two and try to finish the game with him.
Sansano connects on the and one. That's exactly what the Patriots had ordered. They cut it back down to a 1-possession game.
Back to 2 points. And over at Ozark, the Houston Raiders had cut their deficit down to 2, and HEA have went on a run, and they are now up 10, 39-29 here in the second quarter. That was a deflection here on the offensive side for Tennessee Heat as Patriots deflected it out of bounds.
Fortson reset on the three-pointer. Bond gets the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. That shot's going to be completely blocked by Schott.
what a recovery. He came from across the court to get that block.
Three-pointer by Schott, short. Nice up and under, no good, but Dismang gets the rebound, somehow powers it in. It looked like Smith had got his hands on it, but Dismang gets the basket.
Good job by the big man to run the floor and get that missed shot.
Sensano gets blocked and it's saved, ends up in the hands of Black. San Antonio will call a timeout, 30-second timeout, as Coach Sensano wants to talk about what he's seeing from his guys. They're down 4 with 4:40 left to go. So, Jeremy, you're Coach Sensano in this situation. What are you telling your guys as you are looking to come back in this game?
Well, you want to try to get a good shot here in this possession. Like we've mentioned before, San Antonio still has yet to make a three in this game, and yet they're only down 4 with Tennessee Heat making 9 threes in this game. So to be able to stay with a team that's outscoring you 27-0 from the three-point line, that's tough to do, but that's a lot of fast-paced tempo. So if you're San Antonio, you got to just be patient, keep doing what you're doing, keep working the ball. But defensively, you got to get the loose balls because Tennessee Heat's beating them to all the loose balls. When they get the missed shots, they're going long, and they're just beating San Antonio to the balls right now. And that's kind of been the difference in the game outside of the three-point shooting.
Well, and I almost wonder in today's basketball how rare it would be for a team to finish a boys 18U varsity level game with 0 three-pointers made.
Right, and they've really only taken, I think, 2 or 3 attempts. They haven't taken many attempts in this game. They've been pretty conscious to shoot everything inside the paint, high percentage shots.
Well, and of course, how the day's gone so far, I would imagine they probably hit a 3 in the next couple of possessions, just based on how the announcers have been jinxing the game, if you will.
Right. So Ben Groth was at the scorer's table ready to come in, but since they're still on defense, the coach pulled him back out, and now he's going back to the table. With 4 fouls, you don't want to risk putting him in on the defensive side.
Nice feed underneath for Babcock, but he's got it a little bit deep, but still finds a way to put it in.
He used the length there to get across the goal and get it in. Back to a 2-point game.
And that's 13 points for Babcock as the foul is going to be called on Schott as he reached in on the drive. Groth is going to check in.
Both teams have 2 team fouls. So Groth's going to come in for Bond.
On the inbounds, Groth, no good.
San Antonio with the chance to tie or take the lead if they shoot one of those threes that we've talked about. But they seem to content inside, but missed shot there by Babcock. Max Madden for 3.
Neither team can find the separation here, as that shot is good for Jonathan Smith. He's come alive in the second half. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent. He scored in every quarter, and he's just scoring at the opportune times.
And that time, Sensano knocks it away from McSpadden. Finds shot up ahead, except it was taken away and then retaken away. And that shot is in for Sensano.
Sensano has quick hands here. A couple deflections, and now they lead by 2, 58-56, 3 minutes to go. So now if you're Tennessee Heat, you're not trying to run as much clock now offensively because you're down. So San Antonio can kind of slow pace a little bit, knowing they got a 2-point lead. But if I'm San Antonio, I don't want to slow it down too much. I'm going to try to keep running what I've been running because you stay in your rhythm.
And that is a debate amongst basketball fans of how soon do you, without a shot clock, how soon do you look at a running out clock? But
right.
Beauchamp is having none of that as he puts in the basket, and now a 4-point lead as Sansano leaps over the broadcast booth, but quickly gets back on the court. He's okay.
We had an extra headset over there if he needed one.
Showing the hustle and the effort. He may need to catch his breath for a second, but he's doing okay.
Yeah, he took a clean, smooth dive over the table.
And now Fortson trying to steal the ball, but good effort from Sansano to keep possession.
Yeah, San Antonio's up 4, so they're going to try to run some clock here. Make sure they get a good shot. 1:35 to go. That's going to be a foul by Fortson.
And as you mentioned earlier, there was just 2 team fouls for each team. That's the third, so still one more to give before any kind of free throw attempts.
Thatcher Bond's going to come back in for McSpadden, but I think they're going to be Coach Sansano's asking the son if he's okay after that dive. Going to call a timeout, let his son kind of catch his breath, maybe check a couple ribs. But 4-point lead here. San Antonio has had a little flurry here in the fourth. And once again, Paul, no three-pointers. And they've overtaken the lead here off of Tennessee Heat. And they're up 60-56 with 1:33 to go. This is going to be an interesting fourth quarter. We mentioned it earlier. It's probably going to come down to the last possession. And both teams have done a really good job throughout the game of just being patient offensively, trying to get the good shot and not really forcing bad shots. And that's probably what leads to San Antonio not having any 3 attempts, because they just, they don't settle for threes to make bad shots. They're going to be working the ball around until they get a good open 2 that they like. And it's worked out for them so far as they hold a 4-point lead.
Right, and we had counted earlier the amount of three-point attempts that Tennessee Heat has made. They've connected on 9 threes in this game. Well, I took a quick look at the scorebook, and the Patriots have connected on 26 twos. So you look at the counter to the amount of points that are being scored by each team and where they choose to get their offense from. San Antonio perfectly content to score layups and free throws to win this game.
And also another factor is San Antonio is 6 for 7 from the free throw line.
Yep, you would imagine Tennessee would take another quick foul. And now you're going to figure out when they choose to foul for sending them to the free throw, or how much time can you burn trying to get steals before you start fouling.
Yeah, the next one's going to send them to the free throw line. That's a good job there by Schott as he got the ball to stop on a dime to force the defender to run him over. Nothing dirty there, it's just going for the ball, and it's going to send Schott to the free throw line.
And the last 3 fouls in a row have been on Fortson, so he went from 1 to 4. Next foul, he will foul out, so I imagine they might have someone else take that duty.
Right, and Ben Groth also with 4, and he's still on the floor as well. And you got Cooper McSpadden, who's been your 3-point shooter for the most part today, on the bench as well. Both free throws go down. That extends the lead to 6 with 1:20 to go. You got to figure if you're.
And that time, Dismaying dislodged his defender. He put it in.
They're going to send Babcock to the free throw line. I believe that foul was on number 4. So that's Thatcher Bond's second foul. That's a smart play by him to go grab that foul before one of his other teammates who have 4 fouls were going to have to be the ones to make the foul. So let's see if Babcock can knock down his 2 free throws.
When we talked about the fundamentals of this game and San Antonio's decision to only go for 2-pointers, or maybe not only go for them, but they've been very disciplined to shoot 2-pointers. And likewise, every single player on the floor for them is a good free throw shooter, so it's not like there's anywhere you can take advantage of fouling someone on the floor.
Yeah, San Antonio 7 for 7 from the free throw line just here in the fourth quarter.
And that time, Growth no good. Santano with the ball again, gets it up ahead to shot.
Under a minute to go as they're San Antonio now. Thatcher Bond with another foul. It's going to be his third. Now it's going to send Micah Kidney to the free throw line. That's going to be his first free throw attempts of the second half. He went 0 for 1 in the first quarter, and now he's 0 for 2 for the game. So if you're a Tennessee Heat, that's probably the guy you want to try to force the ball to.
And you were just talking about them being 7 for 7.
Yeah, well, when you're Tennessee Heat, you got to know who to foul. And he was one of the few that missed a free throw during the game. So,
three-pointer from McSpadden, that's a big one.
that was by Ben Groth.
Oh, Ben Groth, okay.
So that cuts it to a 3-point game, 64-61. Quick time out there by Tennessee Heat after that three. And he's going to try to set up his defense. And if you look at the possession arrow, if I'm Tennessee Heat, you still have 36 seconds. So you can either try to get a 10-second call, or if you can get a tie-up before giving up a foul and send them to the free throw line, you will earn possession back without giving up points at the free throw line. So if I'm San Antonio Patriots, I'm sending Micah Kidney back to where he's the last resort, the last man on the court. If you hopefully throw it over the top, but if they're going to foul, you want your guards up front handling the ball, so they would be the ones to go to the free throw line. Because Micah Kidney is 0 for 3 right now, and you got to figure at some point that starts getting in your mind, knowing the game's on the line.
And immediately Babcock is fouled. That's on Coffee.
So Babcock going back to the free throw line, shooting 2 more. So that's Coffee's first foul of the game. (64-61) San Antonio. These are big free throws. Knocks down the first one. Makes it a 2-possession ball game. Looks like Coach Insano is going to want a timeout on the make here. He's going to get it.
And Babcock is now 6 for 6 just in the fourth quarter on free throws.
Right. That's a good percentage if you're the big man from the free throw line. So it's always good when you can throw the ball to your biggest guy on the floor and not have to worry about him going to the free throw line. So they're up 66-61, 34.4 seconds left to go. If you're Tennessee Heat, you're going to try to get a quick shot if possible. It doesn't have to be a 3, but you're fixing to get to the point here where you're going to have to shoot some threes, as they've already made 10 in this game. So 30 points of their 61 have come from the three-point line.
Well, and you have to imagine, too, that, it's not always as easy as it seems, but with 34 seconds left, maybe if the ball gets into a guard, maybe you allow a little bit of time to see if maybe they get the ball into the hands of Kidney. Maybe you try to force the ball out of the guard's hands.
Yep.
Try to get the ball in Kidney's hands. But, again, you have to have that conversation about how much time do we let go before we have to start fouling.
Right, 34.4 seconds.
That ball nearly stolen away in the corner.
Thatcher Bond got in the bind there and had nobody to outlet it to. That's going to be a turnover on a missed shot by Bond. So San Antonio is going to inbound the ball. They get it to shot.
Stolen away. Bond in the corner. Coffee for 3. Yes.
Big 3 there. That was a big turnover by Shot in the corner. 10 seconds, and now we're down to 2.
Looked like Tennessee Heat's bench was saying that 2 more seconds ran off the clock before they stopped the clock. But the referees are the official clock, so
Right.
the referee let them know that the time was the time. And that time is 10.8 seconds left. If you're looking for solid basketball action on the first day, this did not disappoint.
Did not disappoint. We had a few close games, one overtime game with a lot of interesting decisions made in that game. But to let everyone know, the interesting decision was HHBA knew they had to win by a certain amount to advance. They knew they were not at that point, so they started trying to get the game to overtime in whatever way possible to see if they could go on a run in overtime to get the point spread they needed. And after the first minute, they realized that their guys just didn't have their legs to give them what they needed. So they went ahead and conceded and ended up with the 3 seed. They could have won the game outright in the first half, in the first regulation, and been the 2nd seed. But they felt like they could make a little run in overtime if they got there and get the point spread that they needed to win the pool and skip out on that game in the morning, but unable to do that. Therefore, they conceded in overtime to rest the legs of their players, knowing they were going to have to play in the morning again. And so that was the explanation. They were not trying to throw the game because they did not even know who their next opponent would be, nor the game after that. So it was a strategy they used. We're not able to execute it due to the not having the legs. And, they ended up being a 3 seed. Now they got to play Tyler Heat in the morning.
On the inbounds. And they did foul Kidney. So the person that they probably wanted to foul, they were able to foul him. We'll see how that looks for the free throws.
They fouled him before he traveled with the ball because they also had Babcock running on the backside wide open.
And that is the 5th foul on Fortson, so he will have to go to the bench.
So now these are big free throws by Micah Kidney here, as it's only a 2-point game with 6 seconds left. And if you're Micah Kidney, you really need to make at least one of these, but 2 of them would give you a little comfort.
And he misses another one. Tennessee still has 1 timeout left. I think the coach is telling the ref that, hey, as soon as that rebound is ours, we're going to call timeout. Can't connect on that one, and we've got a timeout. 5 seconds left. We'll see what Tennessee can draw up. We wouldn't have the final game be any other way.
Any other way. 5 seconds. Inbound is going to be under their opponent's basket. They're going to have to go full court. They at least need a 2 to tie to send it to overtime, a 3 to win. They have 10 threes so far in the game. So depends on who they get open. McSpadden has kind of been the main 3-point guy. He's got 4 or 5 himself. He's got 4. Ben Groth has hit 2 here in the second half. 1 recently in the 4th quarter, and then Coffey has hit 1 recently as well. So they have multiple 3-point shooters. So if you're San Antonio Patriots, you definitely can't give up a 3, and you definitely don't want to foul them shooting a 3. If you give up a 2, you don't lose the game. You just got to go to overtime, but you definitely can't give up a wide-open 3 to one of their shooters.
So if you're Tennessee in this huddle, are you telling your team best shot or let's go for a 3?
If I'm San Antonio, I'm telling my guys I have 2 fouls to give. So they got to bring the ball in full court. I'm saying 2 dribbles, I'm fouling. Inbound again, 2 dribbles, I'm fouling before they get the shot off. I don't know if the coach informed him of that. Yep, that's one right there. Tennessee, he's trying to get a shot attempt out of that. So that ran about 2 seconds off the clock. 3.3. They got one more foul to give before they have to put him at the free throw line.
And that ball is going to be stolen on the inbounds by Kidney, and he's going to be fouled with 0.8 seconds left. So
and what better way?
Bit of redemption.
Right, by Kidney. Went 0 for 4 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, but may have the game-winning steal to send them to the Division I Sweet 16 tomorrow and ability to sleep late.
And he makes a free throw. I know we've talked a lot about his inability to knock down the free throw here in this game, but he makes 2 big ones when it counts, and that's going to be the game as the San Antonio Patriots are going to be your Pool B winners. They will represent Pool B as the #1 team. And then tomorrow, Tennessee Heat are going to play a 3 seed as the 2 seed. So on behalf of everybody that was calling games here at Drury today, we want to make sure you stay with us this entire week for all the action that's going to be happening. I want to thank Jeremy Caldwell for all of his hard work today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.